Greetings Capricorn and welcome guys, namaste. This is your reading with me for April 2018. So April holds, this year it holds the religious ceremony of Easter. I'm not religious myself per se, I am more a spiritual soul, but the energies of Easter quite often exude wonderful, positive, light-filled energies around the planet. So it can often be a time, I find, when we can connect very closely with spiritual essences, sometimes with things like ascended masters and the angels, those type of energies, but also with people who have passed over. So sometimes around the periods of Easter and Christmas, we can see an increase in our psychic abilities or awareness or connections. So with that in mind, let's see, Capricorn, what's in store for you for April 2018. We're going to do 4 of these cards and then a whole bunch more. Will make it a nice, interesting reading for April. So your next lot are the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck, and this is for Capricorn. A couple of nice shuffles here. So Capricorn, actually we need to spread them out a little bit more because they are bigger cards. And then for the final row, which I'm actually going to have to reorganise because they have taken up more room than I anticipated. So I will move the camera back and I will just rearrange the cards. So there we are everyone, I've made a little more room on the reading table, and this final row is going to just be an added addition to the messages that are coming in. We will be reading down through the columns predominantly, but basically all cards have their own meaning, although they can be attached via the ways of the columns. So quite an intricate reading. Let's see, Capricorn, what your last cards are going to be saying for you. These are the Keepers of the Light cards. They're not a tarot deck. The first 2 rows are tarot cards. Lord Shiva, the Holy Spirit, Lady Venus, and Radha. So I'm hoping that we can pretty well much see all of those. It is a big table of cards to look at, so I will try my best to have them in focus. Sometimes the cards at the back are in focus and then not the front, but perhaps I'll try and move through the reading addressing that. Okay, so in your first row you have at the top left Death, then the Queen of Pentacles, then the 9 of Cups, then the 3 of Pentacles. So 1 major arcana in there. In the second row you have Memories of Love, which would be the 6 of Cups, then number 17, Hope, which is the Star, then number 10, Destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and then number 1, which is the Ace of Wands, as such, Passion Ignited. And then down here, as I said, Lord Shiva, the Holy Spirit, Lady Venus, and Radha, Soul Flame. So if we go back down through the columns and we look at the first one on the left, we see the Death card, the Memories of Love, and Lord Shiva, Transcendence. And it says, steps are being given, dance with the universe. I see that coming through your reading overall, especially with the Wheel of Fortune in place and the Star card. Often when we get the Death card, and we know this is about cycles of moving on and gaining personal freedom at different levels. For each one of you this will be different. For some of you this could be transiting through relationships, for others it could be moving through career modes or opportunities, or even different life cycles of your body. So going from youth into adulthood, or from middle age into older age. It can be all of those sort of transitions as well. And when we see the card beneath and we see the Memories of Love, this can be thinking about or going back to or reconnecting with your childhood for some reason, or parts of that period of your life. So either places that you might have lived, or fond memories of it. And that can be part of the whole energy cycle of death. When we let go of something and we move into the new, we are often sitting there with memories of the past, and we can sometimes hold on to them, or they can be the things that help capitulate us into moving into the new areas of life as well. So there's no doubt too, when we look down here and we see the crescent moon on the top of Lord Shiva's head, that there's possibility there has been some form of desire or change that has been attributed to celestial cycles, such as eclipses or full moons or new moons that have come in through the last few months with you guys. And this could be attributed back to the eclipses of February, because a lot of movement happens around about then. So Lord Shiva is definitely saying, rise up and honour your inner force. Steps are being given, and dance with the universe. So I think it's quite a powerful message for you guys in that first column about moving into something very new, something that possibly you've been holding on to the past for some time, and you may have been a little bit afraid to make a move. As I said, this could be relationship-wise or career-wise, or it might even just be the timing of life and destiny, which is what the Wheel of Fortune card often speaks of. So I think it's a great way to move into April with all this surging energy around you, and you certainly have a lot of positive energy with the things like the Hope card, the Destiny, the Passion Ignited, the Wish card. So you've got a lot of really positive energies in your reading, Capricorn. Now, before I started your reading, I also did some intuitive work for you. We came up with the numbers 46, which breaks down to 10, which also breaks down to 1, which is all about new beginnings. And you have got a 10 and you have got a 1 in your reading. It's about inspiration and getting yourself involved with thoughts and feelings from the crown chakra perspective. And that colour always is sort of like the indigo purpley colour, and we have a little bit of that rolling through your reading as well. It's about action, ideas, impulse, spark and communication. So I think we're seeing plenty of that. We're definitely seeing spark and in through here as well, and ideas and passion and moving on. So the intuitive words that I got for you seem to focus fairly well with the energy that's happening as well. So as we move into the second column with the Queen of Pentacles at the top, then the Star, and then the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. And remember, it says, remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So that's a nice, powerful card to have in your reading, Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles, given she's a court card, can either represent a person of this type of energy. And of course, the Pentacles are your own sign, the Capricorn energy. So this may be referencing some of you in particular, and either suggesting that you are to hold hope around an area of your life that you have been questioning or looking into or wanting resolving or having movement in. Now, for some of you, this could be around finances, so this could even pertain to your career opportunities. So both of these here are particularly profound cards with kind of like a double positive message coming behind them, almost like a universal galactic support mechanism that is backing you somehow. Now, a lot of this may be unseen or as yet undiscovered, but it's synergies or energies that are working in your favour along this area where you've been either wanting or wishing for something to take place. Hence we have the Wish card as well. For some of you, this may be about the possibility of a new romance coming into your life. It could be a female person as a romantic figure, or a friendship, or a new mentor, or a new employer as well. But also with this earth sign energy, possibly either as their sun, moon, or rising sign. So again, there seems to be this feeling of hope, or the offering of some sort of peace or harmony or balancing of a situation around that realm. If we come to the third line here and we see the 9 of Cups, the 10 of, which is the World, or the Wheel of Fortune card, and then Lady Venus, which she says downloads and understanding. and it says truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Well, the wish card, which is the Nine of Cups up here, is often known as something almost being handed to you, as if to say, look, you've been wanting this for a certain amount of time. You've either invested in it at the real passionate side of your life, like dreaming of it or aspiring to have it happen. This could be something like finishing a degree, or finding the job of your dreams, or finding the house of your dreams, or moving through a health phase and into a positive health phase. It could be anything along these lines. For each and every one of you, this is going to resemble or, sort of energize at a different particular personal level. But this row, again, is quite powerful. So the wish card says something that you have been either setting your hopes on, or thinking about, or pondering upon, or putting energy into, could be about to come into fruition. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune card, it doesn't come out that often, and it really is about the cycles of life changing over. Now, you saw that with the Death card on the top left-hand row as well. So when the Wheel of Fortune card arrives, it is as if to say that it's a very good choice of word to have on here. Destiny is playing a role in your life. It almost always inevitably gives you something, a very new cycle coming in, and it's usually quite big. So for some people, this could be romances or relationships or families, or the birth of a new child into a family, or the merging of two families together. It could be the opportunity of a new career or a new career path. It could be a whole new paradigm in your belief systems changing. It could be the introduction of new people in your life who will play an important role as the future goes on. But there's an understanding that comes with it as well, because often we aren't ready for the Wheel of Fortune or karma or destiny until we fully understand it. And that really is what Lady Venus is saying, that certain things are going to just be able to be understood by you at very many different levels. It's as if you have an epiphany or an aha moment and you go, got it. I understand why I've been going through this, or why I met that person, or why I chose this career path. It'll be something along those lines that are helping you to fully become aware of the choices that you've made in the past, and also the choices that you are embarking on for the future. We come to this row and we see the Three of Pentacles, the number 1, and Radha. And she says, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship, harmony and healing. So there feels to me as if for some of you there is something to do with relationships in this reading. It's not just necessarily about career or the overall bigger picture. It feels a little bit closer connected, definitely for some of you. So I think that relationships have been on your mind, and we get that with this memories of love over here. And we also get that with the words about love from the Holy Spirit, and the Hope, and the Queen. So for some of you, I think there is a feeling of either new relationships coming in, or perhaps reconnection to relationships that have had a severing, or a trauma associated, or like as if there's been arguments or misunderstandings between you. This one up here is often telling us about the ability or the need to network in life, and that we can't really do a lot of things without the support of others, regardless of whether it might be a family member, a teammate, a community person, a co-worker, or someone along those lines. So teamwork can be very, very important, and these people could be playing a role in your successes in life as well. Now often this is associated with a career, and it can be that you are being acknowledged for hard work that has been done, or you are finding career success around you at the moment. So there's a possibility some of you have just found out what career path you want to go down, or you've been offered a job, or you have finished exams, or you have been put into a teamwork to work with people, or you are being rewarded for some diligence you have put into programming or systems somewhere along the line. Now for those of you who aren't working, you could either be before your work stage life, or you could be after. This also comes into the whole creative aspect of your life, and your passions and hobbies consequently also your community feel and attachment, which is what this card does talk about. We come down here to the Passion Ignited. This is your creative source. This is your fire energy. This is what you love in life. And again, for each of you, this will be different. But it's as if a part of you has been opened up. We see a lot of flame and fire and spark, and especially these three cards here in the middle. It's almost like a transcending message that is being passed through the reading, as if they're wanting to gain your attention. So if some of you have been lacking this spark or ignition, or wondering where you're going or what you're doing or who it's with or how to get there, you need to connect with yourselves in this month of April, because as I said at the beginning, I often find that April, or the month that pertains around the religious celebrations, that can be an opening for us if we really pay attention to the messages that we receive through spiritual aspects or those type of vibrations. So it can be a really good time for focusing on your passions and your desires. Now this can sometimes literally mean a new relationship coming in, and also again a new possible romantic partner as well. And then we come down here to the soul flame. So that says, reigniting with yourself, and that is exactly what this card up here has done. She is definitely igniting her heart passion. So some of you might just reconnect with parts of you that have been lost, whether you've had periods of bad health that have stopped you from being your whole self, or you've been filled with anxiety or worry or fear. These could be breaking down, and you could be receiving these uploads and rebalancing modes through many different ways, and through spirit guides or angelic help, or through mentors or people that are helping you in your environment. But it feels like there's a great degree of connection in this row, and a great degree of not just yourself, but the warming of and the collaboration of with other energies in your life, probably people who are close to you or who you are going to become very close with in the terms of relationships, whether they be friendships, family members, or love in one way or another. It appears some of you may find really special soulmates in this time, or even possibly some of you might be ignited to a twin flame activation of sorts. So I think for you Capricorns, it is a really powerful reading, and it's a really wonderful one. I did say at the beginning, when the words I had done for you were action, ideas, impulse, spark, and communication and inspiration. We certainly had a lot of sparking through the middle of this, and I think a lot of ideas are there for you as well. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Please remember to sub the channel, because by subbing you'll always be able to receive the uploads that come. And thank you for liking and leaving your comments. I love to read them all. So wishing you a wonderful April, everyone, as the year progresses forward. Be safe, be happy, and much love. Namaste.